Kev, a couple of draws in our last two games is a good platform to build on, isn't it? After the two defeats before those two draws, you've been pleased with the way the lads have reacted?
Yeah, I think different games. Of course, at home against Forest Green at the top of course, in a game that, looking back, that we took the game to them, at home and on the front foot, and could have won it. Similar Tuesday, different game when it goes down to 10 men, of course, but you have to show different qualities within that. And Wokin's form's good at home, and they don't lose many. So yeah, different qualities in different games, and we've had to be organised in both. Tuesday night we're a long time of the game down to 10 men, so it's difficult, and you have to pick your moments to attack. But we've stood what they threw at us without giving up too many clear-cut opportunities.
Yeah, and you put Maher, Josh Walker and Bim all in the starting lineup as well. Were you pleased with their link-up play and the dynamics as well that they showed?
Yeah, I think it was a scrappy game first half. Both sides will say that, and it was a difficult, slick pitch. So, yeah, they showed moments which they can cause teams problems individually and as a collective as well. I think so. Yeah, there was moments there that we saw some bits. But pleased with them. We want them to get on the score sheet more, which goes without saying. But they're all showing bits individually, and we need our forwards now to start scoring goals.
Yeah, we've been here chatting to Maher as well today, and he's sort of saying how he feels like he's a lot sharper now, and although he's still looking for that goal, he offers a lot more to the team as well, and hopefully those goals will follow as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and he wants that more than anyone. And when he first came, he had one or two chances that didn't quite go in, but he leads the line well in terms of giving an outlet to play, and his experience, and now especially the other night was vitally important. But as one of the forwards, then he's getting up to speed, but we need them all to get firing, and the more they will, the more games we'll win.
And we've sort of spoken about the top end of the pitch. At the back end, somebody like Harry Taylor just goes about his business professionally, doesn't he? And he must be such a he's a versatile player like Harry. Must be a manager's dream.
Yeah, listen, he's low maintenance, high output. We talk about, so he comes under that category, and you can't have too many of them in your building. And yeah, listen, he's consistent what he does, and taken on from last year where he was. So yeah, delighted with Harry, of course.
Yeah, and then just finally for me, Halifax this weekend, of course, they've only lost the 3 games at home in their 10 home games this season. It's always a tough place to go, isn't it, Halifax? Yeah,
big pitch. We've had some good battles there recently, and they're good result midweek. To come from behind against Forest Green, and they're always a real tough opponent. They're organised. Manager's done a brilliant job there, and watched them early in the season when they were short players, and they've got going and organised, really well coached. So yeah, always a tough game, and they carry a threat as well.
Cheers, thank you.
Kevin, obviously a game of two very different halves against Woking, impacted by the red card, of course, and a very slick pitch, as you say. But what aspects of that game have you taken to build on over the week?
No, I think it was a tough one in terms of it was a battle. We wanted to show more composure on the ball. So when we did, I think we looked more of a threat, if you want. Although we carried a threat, in the final third with what we had up there. But yeah, plenty you can take in terms of what the first half looked like, what the second half looked like, because they're both different games.
Definitely. So I think in that second half as well, that defensive display against when Woking was only putting pressure on, there's a lot of composure shown as well.
Yeah, I think it was important not to panic, keep your shape. Balls coming in the box, you've got to defend. But I think we had a bit of a threat of our own when we won the ball back and looked after it at the right times. So yeah, different halves, of course, but different qualities needed.
Because the red card just changed it completely as well. And you didn't mention to us as well the number of red cards that have been on the night as well. In terms of refereeing at the moment, I mean, is there something that needs to change in that aspect at the moment?
No, listen, I'm not going to go down that road. I'm not. Yeah, it's frustrating because I think there was 4 or 5 tackles at the start of the game that could have gone either way. Yeah, and it's difficult because it is a difficult job. We know that. We've got to play our part as well to help them. But big decisions got to be right.
Definitely. Cav Miley's red card just on admin note. Is it something you're looking to appeal at all?
No, I don't know if you can with 2 yellows, can you? So
okay. That's fine. No worries. Noor Hussein, last couple of games has been on the bench. I know we've talked about competition in that midfield place as well.
Yeah.
Seeing him come off the bench, are you seeing the response you'd like to see from him when he comes off the bench?
Yeah, I've no doubt about that. Same as anyone coming off the bench, no different nor Keenan, Monkey, you know, or whoever's had a chance to come off the bench. Cav, Mort's done that as well. They've all got to play a part, and I think where we've had more bodies, the bigger impact that has been off the bench, and the stronger that is, then the stronger your team will be. So that goes from everyone.
As we mentioned, Halifax, a big team pushing in those sort of play-up area. We're expecting the key battle areas to be on the pitch on Saturday.
Yeah, no, listen, difficult game. They're so well organised, and I think they'll be very good in the transitions. And they've got dangerous players in attacking areas. I think it'll always be a tight game. But you know, it hasn't been too much between the teams. You know, when we go there, it's always been such a tough place to go. So listen, right throughout the pitch, when you come Saturday, you've got to perform. You know, there's a few things you've got to get yourself right before you look at the other team, and obviously we'll look at them and think where we can hopefully hurt them. They'll be thinking the same, of course, and you've got to get on top of it, and hopefully we can do that.
I mean, coming into it as well off 2 draws against Forest Green Rovers and Woking impacted, but it's a good time to be coming into a game like that one.
We'll see Saturday. There's some positives to be taken. You know, I'm pleased with the lads and how they've been. We want more points on the board, we do, but we will get stronger. You know, no doubt we'll climb the league at the right time. But we've got to get people in right positions, and we're trying to do that in terms of 1 or 2 more bodies, and we'd love to strengthen, and I think they'll make a big difference, but we've got to make sure they're right. Pleased with how we've reacted to a couple of things going against us in terms of the overall game. You know, Charlton we took right to the wire. Altrincham was a disappointing one, but you see what they did to York in midweek. So, you know, that's football. But all you can do is go on to your next one and be ready for that.
Someone who certainly did enjoy playing against Halifax in recent times, Scott Morris got a brace last time out, so it'd be good to see him get back on the score, as other ball players, of course.
Listen, you know, Gus has been so consistent that the vein of form he was in early in the season was incredible. Any defender stroke wing back to do that is very, very good.
The manager from Halifax Town is one that's come through sort of getting management qualification and getting him through that. From your experience with manager, what's the biggest difference between a manager that's had a playing career and someone that's coming from picking up those qualifications?
Wow. No, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. I think it certainly doesn't do you any harm having a football playing career. I think the knowledge and understanding of changing rooms that you get and how it works and what players might need. But it's all about people. For me, it's about people all the time. You know, how you treat people, how you make it an environment, you know, the culture right, and there's so many other stuff that you've got to get right. You know, just because you haven't been in football doesn't mean you can't be a manager, and you shouldn't be. Because I think, listen, you see enough players in the game that come out and think they automatically deserve a chance. It don't work like that. Go do your homework. Make your mistakes. Go coaching. Go work at lower levels. Earn your stripes. And that's the same without, you know, having played a game. Why not go do your homework? Go work through the levels. Go practice. Don't cut corners. You know, and then you earn the right to hopefully get a chance. And I don't think that's any different whether you play or not. I think there has its advantages playing, of course.
We saw this week National League managerial departure, Angelo Harrop leaving Braintree Town. We saw the news. What your thoughts were on that?
No, listen, I've got our own club to worry about. It's not for me to comment on other teams.
Nice. Thank you, Coach.
No problem.